Okay, it's time to get started, so I will call this special meeting to order of the Lawton City Council. Please stand for the invocation by Pastor Warren Winds of Spread the Word Ministries and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pastor? Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you, Pastor. And would the clerk please call the roll?
Hooten. Here. Epps. Here. Chapman. Gill.
Yes.
Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Present.
Warren.
And a quorum is established. Business item number ones are comments by the current administration. And first, I want to say that it's exciting to be here today. And as was said in the prayer, this is an important time of governance for our community. And everybody that's on the dais says the oaths. And there are more than one. There are multiple oaths that we take. And they're very important and set the pace for government service and for our city. And so I'm excited about this day, and I'll have individual comments later when we present the plaque, but we're going to start with the Mayor Pro Tem for comments.
For the two of you that are headed out, I just want to say, on behalf of the citizens of Ward 8 and for myself, that I appreciate so much the time and the effort that you've both put in. Ms. Chapman, I have so enjoyed discussing different things with you and being able to soak up your position on things, because a lot of times it was different than mine and it did change my way of thinking. And that's really what this is all about. We can't all believe the same, and we don't expect each other to always agree, but we do learn from each other. I know I've learned a lot from Councilman Gill, and I do appreciate all of his knowledge and wisdom, and I have truly enjoyed serving with both of you. And as I said, it's really important that you understand that what you've done is not just for your ward, but it's for the entire city and for the citizens that live in all of our wards. And I thank you.
Ms. Williams.
I'd like to say, Councilwoman Chapman, thank you for serving your ward and the community very well. And I'd just like to say thank you for any time I had a question that you were able to answer the question. And you did it with such knowledge and dignity, and then just the tone of your voice, which is very kind. Thank you so much for that. Councilman Gill, I'm really going to miss you. We not only worked as council personnel, but we became friends. Thank you for the friendship. Thank you for everything that you've done here in the city of Lawton. Thank you for how you was expeditiously getting the roads and everything just completed. You worked very hard. You're going to be missed. And I pray, and God bless you.
Okay, and Mr. Uyghur.
Thank you, Mayor. Miss Linda, I would like to identify you as our councilwoman, much like Queen Esther. You say, what does Queen Esther have to do with it? She sought the good of her people. You served your community very well, seeking the best interest of the community. Thank you for your example, for your leadership, and for the role that you played in seeking the well-being of your community. Especially, I saw you shine when the Kids Zone was completed. You really shined at that moment saying, I'm so excited to see this complete. Thank you again for your example. George, I'd liken you to Nehemiah. You know, Nehemiah had a mind to build. Your experience in engineering and just always having a construction mindset, you always did so with a builder's heart. Your concern was always, well, what's this going to cost? How much is this going to cost? We've got to get the costs under control. Thank you so much for your leadership in this area as well. You've served your community very well, and it's been an absolute honor to serve with both of you.
All right, Mr. Hampton.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Linda, you and I are kind of like classmates because we came on at the same time, and we learned at the same time this job. I admire your quiet steadfastness most of the time, just shoring up things here on the council. But I was quite surprised at the kids at the playground when you gave your speech. You at Kids Zone, and I would have liked to seen more of that fire that I saw that day. But that attributes to how you've taken care of things. And I saw you did a lot of things in your ward and providing leadership there. I just really appreciate that and appreciate you serving and giving of your time in this manner. Councilman Gill, you know, I was going to say something nice about you, but there's been several times where, excuse me a second while I take care of some personal business. I jest, but listen, you and I have had the opportunity to work on a lot of things. You know, you're one of those people that are out there. What you mean is what you say, and what you say is what you mean, and you generally just put it out there, and that shows a lot of integrity. I do appreciate the fact that you spend all the time doing the work that you've done, and just as an engineer, and bringing that to our city and adding to that. You know, George and I discussed working on job sites because I used to do construction myself, and people that work in construction are artists to me because they take something that's raw material, and then when they're done, there's something that just appears. And you're kind of one of those kind of guys to me. I was thinking about you when I was driving down 38th Street the other day on the side that they finished. And could it have gotten done without you? I think so. But it sure got done fast, and it got done efficient, and it got done well. And I watched that through that whole time, and I'm just amazed when I see that kind of stuff happen. You will be missed. Hopefully, we'll still see your face around, both of you. Okay?
I think we're going to jump you two and go to Mr. Epps right here.
You know, you can just go to YouTube and type in other city councils, and you can be quite entertained by the dysfunction that you will see. And what I will tell you is that you don't see that with Lawton City Council. We can disagree, but we all have the same purpose in mind, which is the betterment of the city. And I've seen that through and through when I became a new council person, and both of you embraced me. My wife and I knew you, of course, before then, and we always appreciated the interest that you took in the community and specifically in us. And it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know you, and I'll tell you, you know, what you have done for the city is just been nothing short of amazing. And my wife and I have this conversation about judging people based off of their actions, and both of your actions and the commitment that you've had to the city has said a lot to me about who you are, and I thank you.
All right, Mr. Hooton.
Well, I guess this is what you get when you are last in line. All the good things have been said, so many good things have been said, but it's been an honor to work with the two of you. It's been an honor to work at this short period of time that I've been here with this entire council. And to echo what was just said, I think it's the atmosphere in the council is very positive. A lot of things are getting done, and you two have been an integral part of that for several years, and it's much appreciated, and we'll see you down the road.
Okay, and now we'll go to Mr. Gill.
Well, I appreciate everyone's comments. Let me say this, that the council for the last 3 years that I've worked with here, and even with the ones that came on later in this time period, have really been a great, that's the best word I want to use, a great bunch of people. They've looked at the vision that we had for the city, the things that needed to be done for the city, and we've always been unified. And this council has been the best council, of course, that I work with, because it's basically the only council I've worked with. But if you'll go back and look at years past and councils we've had in the past, I don't think we've ever had one so as effective as we've had in the last 3 years. And I must say, with the leadership of the mayor, who's really, really been aggressive and has had a lot of forethought and a lot of great future insights for the city. So saying that, let me say this. When I ran for council, I did have an agenda. I never will forget when I was running, one of the other people running said, well, I don't have an axe to grind and I don't have an agenda. And I had to wonder, probably my personality, but I had to wonder, well, then why are you running for council if you're not running to better the city of Lawton, or if you don't have a plan, or if there's not something you want to do? Well, I assure you, I had one. And let me say, it's been a win for me, as well as a win for the citizens of Lawton. We've got so much done in the last 3 years. Thanks to this complete council, it just wasn't me. This council worked hard and we worked together. And it's been really a big win for the citizens, and I don't think everyone probably realizes what we've done for this city, from west to east and east to west and north to south. A lot of new roads, but $180 million in infrastructure. And I could go on and on and on and probably spend the next hour, which I'm not going to, because I don't want to go away with a bad reputation of speaking too long. Alan and I never speak too long, do we? But it's been really great working for the city, and I am very proud of what we got done. I take that with me, and I know the citizens can see what's been done and still going on. We're still building roads, and have another 103 roads out for bids right now that will continue this year, and I will be involved in that. I will still be here. I'll still be helping engineering and in various aspects of types of projects that we're doing. So again, my pleasure to work for you, and I appreciate everyone here and the comments made. Thank you.
And Ms. Chava.
Mayor, Council, it's sort of difficult to summarize 6 years in 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, but I do want to take this time to thank so many people in Ward 3 who have supported me all these years, who walked the neighborhoods, hand out campaign information, put up many, many signs in yards, and have supported me all these years, and I really do appreciate that. Ward 3 has seen a lot of updates lately. Kid Zone. If we build it, the families come. And definitely that has been such a win, and I know Lee West Park is going to be opening up very soon too, which is just as exciting. I'm very happy about the development of the Meadowbrook Hines Neighborhood Watch. That has been a really great win for the neighbors in that area. Definitely 38th Street. Oh my goodness, we can drive down the street now at 40 miles an hour smoothly. It's wonderful, George. I love it. And that will be completed very soon also. Also, I would like to say how much thanks I have to the people who are on city staff with the infrastructure that we have developed through the years. I think about the Cash Road and all the different residential areas and streets that have been refurbished, and we have sidewalks, and you see neighbors walking those sidewalks now. It's wonderful. I've always tried to help people. That's just my personality. And I think it's very important in building relationships together as a community, as a council. This is what helps progress our city moving forward. And that is very, very important. I have thinking about the city of Lawton. Early on, I used to say, I want the city of Lawton to be that diamond city in southwest Oklahoma. And I think because of the things that this council has promoted and continue to promote, that's what that vision is. And I appreciate the people who have that vision to make this city a diamond city in southwest Oklahoma. I look forward to having Kirby Brown as our new Ward 3 City Council representative. Mr. Brown brings a wealth of background to this council, and I know he is going to be a very important voice on this dais for the progression of and seeing the vision that we're working toward as a community. Thank you to every one of you here who have taught me so many things that I never thought I would need to know in my life, but I do, and I appreciate it. The incredible staff that we have here, John, I mean, just working under you, and they're the wheels that keep this city moving, and I really am so impressed with their professionalism and their knowledge. I also want to thank my family. And they're all here, my son, my daughter, and son-in-law, and my triplet grandchildren, Nathan, Laurel, and Erica, for your support. And now I'm going to get to come see some of your concerts, so I'm excited about that. So thank you, thank you. Sometimes thank you doesn't seem to be enough, those two little words, but they mean a lot to me. Thank you.
Okay, and now if you two will join me down front, we will do item number 2, presentation of service plaques to exiting council members. Is it working? All right. We'll go with George first. George, I want to tell you something. 3 years ago, you came in like a ball of fire, and you hit the ground running the same way you've lived your life and run your business all the time that I've known you, which is a long time. I remember you flipping hamburgers at a hamburger joint you owned behind my dad's grocery store. Do you remember that?
I do.
That was a long time ago.
In fact, you took 2 burgers there.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't tell that. We have identified your strengths and plugged you in where you were the strongest. And you've made a difference in this community, and you can take that with you. You've made a difference. I hope, George, that you will continue to be involved in this community. And it's a great community because of citizen involvement. And we need people involved at all levels, and of course, we appreciate council participation and council involvement, but there's room for individuals to be involved, as you well know, after they leave the council or even before. So I want to thank you for making a difference, and let me read this plaque to you. With appreciation for your distinguished service, leadership, and devotion to the citizens of Lawton, thank you for your lasting contributions as a member of the Lawton City Council. George, you've made a difference. God bless you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Let's give him a big round of applause. Here, stand here and let's get a picture.
Thank you, Mayor.
You may want to get a photo op with family or something. Linda, come on up here. I remember when you first came on. I'd been mayor for 1 year. And you were running, and I'm going to tell you what you immediately brought to the council was you a calm disposition that helped bring the continuity about on the council, where even though we disagree on things, we're not disagreeable. You've been very important to bringing that to this council, and that is the way successful communities work. When we, as elected officials, can disagree but not be disagreeable. And you've been so valuable in that way in your steadfast leadership. You've made a difference in your, not only your ward, but in the community. But I got to tell you, I really believe the biggest difference, and I mean this, is a council divided, a city divided can't grow and stand. And so that atmosphere that you helped bring this council together and get us all working in the same motion has been the foundation that we were able to put Propel on, which has launched us to the future. We'd have never got Propel if we were a divided council. And so, and Propel is what is transforming this community. So important to that. We're going to miss you. And I want to thank you. And I want you to listen to this because I can't think of anything nicer to say. You have made a difference in your community. Let's give Linda a big hand. Stand here and take a picture. All right, we're going to leave these plaques here. And then when we're through, if you want to get your family up here for a little photo op, I think that's absolutely appropriate and something you'll treasure, okay? Thank you, guys. Let's give them one more round of applause for all they've done. Okay, at this time, I declare the current administration to cease. And I ask Municipal Judge Nathan Johnson to come forward, as well as Council-elect Kirby and Demery. Please come forward for your oaths, Judge.
Let me get situated, please. Councilman
And now let's
Hampton,
go.
too. You'll want to face towards the audience. Okay. I'll just stand to your left. Okay. And when I ask you to repeat after me, there'll be some places for you to place your name and your offices. The office is what ward you're elected to. Any questions? No. Okay. Please make a line here and raise your right hands. Raise your right hands. Repeat this oath after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Oklahoma, the Charter of the City of Lawton, that I will not knowingly receive, directly or indirectly, any money or other valuable thing for the performance or non-performance of any act or duty pertaining to my office other than the compensation allowed by law. I further swear or affirm that I will faithfully discharge my duties as a Lawton City Council member and as a trustee of the Lawton Urban Homesteading Agency, Lawton Parking Authority, Lawton Transit Trust Authority, and the Lawton Water Authority to the best of my ability. Please keep your hands raised for the statutory oath. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America, the Constitution and laws of the State of Oklahoma, and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Lawton, and that I will faithfully discharge, according to the best of my ability, the duties of my office during such time as I am the, state your office, for the City of Lawton. You may lower your hands. Congratulations.
Congratulations, council members. Would you please take your seats on the dais? Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, at this time, I declare the new administration to begin. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Present.
Warren.
And a quorum is established. And now it's time for comments from the new administration, and we are going to start with Mayor Pro Tem.
I look forward to the next year. That's all that I've got left. I don't know if I look forward to it because that's all I've got left, or I just look forward to it. But in any event, I look forward to serving with the two of you greatly. There's really only two things that I can offer, and that is that you're going to get hit with a lot really fast. Much more so now than when I first sat on council. Things are moving at the speed of light now. We've got projects all over town. It's very difficult to keep up. And that kind of leads me to what I wanted to say in the first statement, which is don't try to keep up. Just do the best that you can and take your time and soak it up, because there's just really not any way in the first 6 months to a year that you're going to get completely up to speed. The more you try, the further behind you get. So just take it as it comes, and if you have questions, the city manager, any of us council members will try to help, but the city manager and his staff are there every day, and they have all the answers, or most of them anyway. The other thing that I would say is, you know, you need to be ready for two things. One is, regardless of what you decide how to vote on any given issue, you're more than likely going to be demonized by somebody. But the important part of that is there's a bigger contingent of people that will be joyful for what you decided. You have to do what is right in your heart and let those other people worry about themselves, because they have to live with that. It is joyful when things work out. When you see that you were able to help somebody who had a water issue or a sewer issue, or that street finally got taken care of, as Ms. Chapman so longingly looked forward to on 38th Street, there is a sense of accomplishment. And that's really all that you can hope for. This is a very it's a very interesting period of your life. You're going to learn a lot of things that you never knew, and you're going to learn a lot of things that you didn't know you needed to know. And when you're finally off of council, you're going to realize you might not have needed to know those things except during that period of time. So just take advantage of everything, the staff and other council members, and it's a good trip. It really is. You'll enjoy it overall. And I do want to just thank y'all for putting your name out there. That's an important thing. And welcome.
All right, Ms. Williams.
I'd just like to say welcome, Councilman Kirby Brown and Councilwoman Tiffany Demery, to the city government, and I pray that you do well. There's four main things, advice I'd like to give you. First of all, listen to your constituents in your ward, because they will tell you what their needs are, and they are the ones who elected you, the ones that's in your ward. Also, familiarize yourself with the city charter. And number three, I'm here to help you along the way. Any questions that you may have, I am available. And last thing, whatever you do, have fun while you're doing it.
Mr. Uyghur.
Thank you, Mayor. To our new council members, welcome. I look forward to the opportunity of moving our city continually forward for the betterment of our citizens. You've received some great counsel already from previous council members, and we're here to support one another and accomplish these goals that are brought before us that are in the best interest of our city. And again, welcome.
And Mr. Hampton.
I welcome myself back. I do want to, and in that I do want to say that I'm very thankful for all those that helped me in this campaign that I was able to run, as well as the support of all my neighborhood watches. I have a couple of neighborhood watches that re-won, and especially to the blonde lady sitting in the third row, my wife, for being patient with these responsibilities that I've taken. With that, I do want to welcome the new council members aboard. I'm going to be short. I got like 4 things I just want to say, and I better take this out so I don't get too talkative here, so I can read these. There's no job description really that's written in there. I would say that, as others have said, trust the rest of us that are up here, because we do have experience and understand. Another thing I want to tell you, no matter what you do, there will always be those that will throw hate your way, because this is America. Everybody has their own opinion, and in your ward and in this city, you are going to find that people do not agree on hardly anything. And thus, I took it very personal and got pretty stressed out my first couple of years because of that. But just remember, people will there's always going to be enough hate to go around, trust me. And the last 2 things I just want to tell you, as you're voting and as you're putting things together, you always need to remember that as a council, voting on things, especially here in the city, then you are a team member. Stuff that's happening in your ward, that's individual, but it will help you to navigate your way if you can define the difference between the things that you have to say as a city councilman and the things that you have to say as a ward representative. And we have got a lot done, but we've got a lot done because we're a team, and to me, we're a family. There's nobody else in this city that knows what a councilman goes through except another council member. And you got to remember that. People understanding you is a very important thing. Welcome aboard, and push forward.
All right, Ms. Dimmering.
Good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank God, my creator. I want to thank all of my supporters, everybody that supported me, those that elected me in Ward 4, and those in the entire Lawton community that put faith in me, those that were out putting signs out for me, out knocking doors for me, making phone calls. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank my family, my husband. He's my biggest supporter. He's always behind me, pushing me, telling me that I can do anything. So thank you, babe. My pastors, I can't say enough about my pastors. Pastor Warren Wynn, he's been my pastor for a while, so I just thank him for the encouragement also. And I just want to thank the community as well. I am going to do my best. I was elected. I am going to continue to work for you hard. To the council, I want to say thank you for all the advice. I look forward to new relationships, new beginnings, new friendships, and also lasting relationships. We are a team, as Councilman Hampton said, so I just look forward to working with each and every one of you and also the staff. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And Councilman Kirby Brown.
There we go. Well, that's my first lesson in council. Which button to push? Good morning. I am very excited about serving Ward 3 and the citizens. This is an amazing city, and I will work collaboratively with everyone on the council and build that relationship to continue with all the progress it's made and moving forward. Obviously, I would like to thank my family, who has been supportive in this endeavor, and neither I nor they were sure on what we were getting into. And lastly, I would like to thank Linda for her advocacy and mentorship and her 6 years of service in the council. I hope I can live up to the legacy that she has set. Finally, I look forward to building a relationship with my experience, the amazing city staff, and all the departments that we have. Did not have any idea how complex this business was, And as I've learned more, we have truly amazing people serving in the city administration. And thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councilman, and Councilman Epps.
In the short time that I've been on council, there's two things that have helped me that I'll pass to you. The first one you probably already know, so I'm just re-emphasizing it, which is in James 1:19, where it talks about everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. That, I think, is what helps you be effective. That is certainly, I think, has helped me be effective at a great many things beyond just city council. So I would give you that. The second thing is we talked about how the city council works well together, and we're not the entertaining city council that you can look up on YouTube. One of the things that has helped me swim through that is I put things into buckets. My 3 buckets are, I strongly disagree. Maybe you can go in that bucket. I moderately disagree, but maybe it can help move the city forward. I might put something in that bucket. And my last bucket is I agree. That just makes it simple for me, just because I like to keep things as simple as possible.
Okay, and Councilman Hooton.
Yeah, from a distance, and I've been at a distance, for 17 years here in Lawton, and you don't really know what makes a city run, and I'm not sure that I know exactly what makes a city run at this point in time, but I know when you get a little closer to it, there's a lot of great people that work for the city of Lawton, and I'm very surprised and very happy to see it. And it's a great assets. They really are, and they can come and work for me anytime, anywhere. They sure can. The guys I've run into, men and women I've run into, anyway. So anyway, thank you guys for running for office, and congratulations. And sure look forward to working with you. And don't forget to reserve your Tuesday nights for a long time. Every other second and fourth for a long time. Okay.
It's probably not a good place for me to mention, in '24, we had over 50 council meetings, if I remember right. We're trying to do less. But this is my 7th council. Every year, we've had new individuals come on to this city council willing to serve their community. This is probably the biggest turnover that we've had because we had 2 resignations, one of those being my new wife. As we have progressed as a city, we've made lots of changes. But and I meant what I said about Miss Chapman. She brought with her, she helped usher in some working together, some continuity. And I think that's important. Let me back up a minute. Congratulations and welcome to the council. And then the rest of this is kind of advice, right, like everybody else. That working together is so important. As a community, successful communities work together. That doesn't mean everybody agrees, but we don't have to be disagreeable. And so we work, we discuss, and along the way, here's something I've learned. Sometimes I get perceptions, but when I get in a discussion, such as on the council, and it's happened, I get to council, and a council member brings up a point I didn't know. Changes the whole way I see the issue at hand. Be careful to draw lines in the sand, because you might get new information that changes your mind, and you don't want to have put your foot down too hard. Always be flexible, ready to change with new information. You work for the whole city. You represent your ward, and that has everything to do what happens in your ward when people call you because things aren't happening the way they think they need to. Of course, many people will use you as the first line of contact, which isn't really the way it's designed, but you usually deal with those anyway. And we have a great staff that takes care of those things. So you represent your ward, but you represent the entire city. And you have to do what's right for the entire city. It's been said more than once, every decision you make is gonna make somebody mad. With 92,000 people, someone is not gonna like it. And you have to stick with what do you believe is the best for the city and for your ward. And I really don't think you're gonna run into challenges where the two compete. I think what's best for your ward is what's best for the city and vice versa. So I don't think that will be a problem. As we go along here, we're gonna be learning each other. We're gonna identify your strengths, your training, and your experience. And that's where we're gonna plug you in. We've got different council committees and different leadership roles, and we try to plug people in where they fit. And that may not be where the council person that held your seat before you or before that, it might not be the same place. We all have different strengths, and if you're like me, I believe God directs things, and so you got to be put into the place where you're strengthened. We're all here for a reason, and I believe that. So I think the number one thing is to have this attitude that we work together for the good of the city. We don't fight. We work together for the good of the city. We don't always agree, but we're not disagreeable. Welcome to this role of, as an elected official, representing the citizens of Lawton. I'm going to tell you what it is for me, and I hope it is this for you. This is the most rewarding thing I've done outside of my faith and my family. This is the most rewarding thing that I've done, even with all the flack that we get sometimes. Don't concentrate on that. Concentrate on that reward of making a difference in your community. Welcome to the City Council. Let's give all these guys a big round of applause. You know, I directed all those thoughts to our new council members, but we have a council member returning, Mr. Hampton. And he is now entering his seventh year, third term, seventh and final term. And, you know, we appreciate all that you have done for the city and your willingness to come back one more term. We need your experience. And we need your guidance all the way through this. And you are now the third most senior individual on the council. So let's give Mr. Hampton a round of applause. Any final comments? Can I have a motion for adjournment? Second. We have a motion and a second, and I think we have cookies or something in the back, don't we? And everybody is welcome to partake. I hope our council members that have served so proudly will get some pictures with their families and their plaque. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Demery.
Yes.
Hampton. Weeger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
We stand adjourned.